When a relationship ends, we typically end up taking things very personally. Most relationships don't end up amicably because our egos get involved. We feel like we have been insulted, we've been rejected, we've been betrayed. We feel as if we have been done wrong too. This is a misguided way of looking at relationships. When a relationship doesn't continue, it probably means that the relationship wasn't the right one for you. But our ego stops us from surrendering to the grace of that truth. Our ego makes us feel as if the relationship should have continued and we should have been the ones to call the end. And we feel out of control. We feel helpless. So as a result, we hold our partners responsible for all our pain. We hold them accountable for all the feelings we have inside. And most typically, we hold a grudge against our exes. And the way to move on from a relationship really is to understand that if there was a lot of clash, if there were a lot of arguments, conflict, chaos, it's not because of you, and neither is it because of your partner. It's really because there was a clash in your consciousness. There was a clash of your levels of growth. One of you was growing in one way and the other one was growing in another way. This doesn't mean that one was right or one was wrong. As long as we keep looking for someone to be right, then someone's going to be wrong. And this is not the way to move on with amiability. The way to move on with peace and harmony is to really realize that the relationship came into your life for growth. What can you learn from it? What are the lessons that you brought to it and what it can give you? And then as you move on, you don't hold that grudge against your partner. You see them as one more person on this pathway of growth, as a person who brought you to self-awareness, to self-growth. And how can you hold that person to fault? Isn't that a wonderful gift the person gave you? When you look at relationships in this way, that they are gifts of self-awareness and growth, then you only have gratitude for your partner, even if they are the ones who chose to end the relationship. So if you have an ex that you're not talking with or that you hold a grudge against, maybe you can share this video with them. Maybe you can share it with a friend who's having a hard time moving on from their relationships, and help them see that relationships are not about success or failure. They're not about longevity. They're not about eternity. They're really about growth. And if we are willing to take the growth from the teaching, from the lesson, then every relationship in our lives is a blessing, even the ones that end too quickly.